What's going on, everybody? My name's Derek, this is FatalRPM, and in today's video, the plan is to get the 996 911 started. As I have stated before, I did purchase the car without a key. That's not as big of a deal except for one issue. These cars do have an immobilizer in them, and for you to be able to start the car, that immobilizer has to be coded with the key. So I have to literally have that key coded to the car, and the only way to do that is with a learning code provided by Porsche. However, for whatever reason, even with proof of ownership, Porsche will not give me the learning code, like I legitimately have the title. However, they would not give it to me. So after doing some digging on the internet, I found a solution to obtain the learning code from one of the computers in the car. Now, in order to do so, we have to go under the driver's seat and pull out that particular computer, which is for the immobilizer. And we did that a few days ago when I was cleaning out the interior of the car. What's going on, everybody? My name's Derek, this is FatalRPM. Today we're going to be working on the 996 911. I say working, really what we're going to do is we're going to be cleaning, because the interior of this car is admittedly kind of disgusting. So you can kind of see what we have to deal with here. It is legitimately covered in debris and all types of things that will not be named. I also want to get the leather cleaned up a little bit, but really what we're going to focus on is making this car just slightly less of a biohazard. So I have a vacuum here that we're going to set up. After we get that set up, we're going to go ahead, vacuum up all the carpets, then the seats. Then we actually have to pull this driver's seat because there's a module under the seat that I need to get to, so that I'll be able to pair the key to the car. But without further ado, let's just get into it. Connected that to the wrong side. This side is gross. More gross than the rest of the car, somehow. No wonder. This. Any sign of an infestation has been removed. There's no more poop anywhere. This back carpet is really not good. It looks like it's all types of soiled, so that's gonna suck. So we're definitely gonna have to pull out the passenger seat and shampoo this carpet at some point. But as you can see, there's no more signs of any rodents living in this vehicle. So now what we're gonna have to do is we need to pull out this seat, which means we also need to be able to move the seat, which means, since I forgot the battery, I'm gonna have to hook up the jump starter to this and constantly turn it on and off, on and off. Actually, if I use the old battery one that I have, I should be able to get this to work better. I don't know, we'll see which way works better, as the bolts that we need to get to are here, here, and of course on the other side as well. We're gonna do that after I catch my breath. Man, I am beyond out of shape. I should not be this out of breath. My brain's not getting enough oxygen. All right, so to get the seat out, there's these buckles, which are really annoying, but we'll get to that in a second. You got these two covers, which take a Phillips screw here, just kind of move the seat back to be able to get to them. 2 E12s here in the front, and I'm pretty sure we're going to have those in the back too. But let's go ahead, break these things loose, and it should be good. I knew I was going to be doing this. I don't know why I didn't bring the impact. I was like, oh, hand tools, we can do that. No, I mean, we're doing this outside the house, so it's almost like it's back to the original days when I was doing everything with hand tools, no power tools. All right, so that's one. It still smells terrible in this car, but there's no rat poop. That's what's important. I should have did the back ones first because I'm gonna have to do this again. Take the seat out, pretty sure. Thank you. Ow! Oh my God. I don't know where the plug for the seat's gonna be, but I guess we shall see. Seriously, come on. Oh my God, this shit's stuck. No way. There you go. And now that we got the seat off, you can see we got 2 plugs here. Got this white plug and this blue plug. This blue plug looks easy enough to get off. Actually, I don't think I need to unplug this. Oh no, I definitely did. This. Oh. Okay. This white one, you gotta pull up on this black tab. Just pry between the black part and the white part and pull it up. This one is really easy. It's legit just that, and then you can pull it up. This one is really weird. So there's actually a black piece on this side on the actual seat that you have to pull out. Once you pull it up that way, away from where the wires are going in, it will slowly ease this out the slot, and then you can pull this out. But we came in here for this, so this is what we need to get out. And this is super simple. Where's that screwdriver at? Like that. Okay, and it's out. This guy here is my inhibitor module. This is what we're gonna use to get the codes off to be able to code the keys. But the other thing we can do is clean this up. Is that a 50-cent coin? No, that's a quarter. So this car's already paying itself off. It has a whole bunch of change in here. Is this a money order? Oh no, it's a money order receipt. So yeah, there's so much change in here. Ooh, a pen. We're gonna go in the house. I'm gonna show you how this stuff is done. So we're here at the computer. We got the software open that we're going to be using. This guy here is the reader that we're going to use to read the actual chip itself. And the chip we're looking for, I'm pretty sure is this one. I will confirm that, but pretty sure it's that one. And we're going to be using this clip here. And all we need to do is we need to line the clip up with the pins on here and making pin 1's connection, which is in the lower left right there, with that red wire. So something like that. And then once we do that, we'll be able to pull this up on the software. There's a tutorial already on YouTube, and I will link that down below so that you know where you can actually get the software from. But that's what we need to pull off. All right, so I've unsoldered the chip from the board. I pulled the learning code off of it using that tutorial, link down below. Another thing that I did that I'm not sure if it worked or not, you'll notice at some point in the video he points out where the code for the remote of unlocking the car is. I've replaced that code with the one from my new key. So we'll see if that's actually going to work, and that's a step that you could possibly skip on the diagnostic tool. We're going to go ahead and install this guy back in the car. I did get the battery from the garage, so we'll also install that so that we don't have to keep hooking up this jump starter. Now, I don't have the diagnostic tool at the moment, so I'm not going to be able to put it in and turn it on. But for right now, in this clip, we're going to see if the actual unlocking of the car does work. And that'll let me know if that code change would actually work or not. But let's get to it. Alright, so these are the seat cables. These other two go into our module, which we have here. let's just go ahead and plug everything back in here. Get the screwdriver. Click that back into place. There you go. It's back in its home now.
Oh, I would choose to do this on the day when my back hurts.
And now the cushion's out the way, so I can plug everything back in. I'll plug them in. Now I just need to sit the seat back down, put this guy into place, and we're done. Maybe. Most of the times it does not. All right. I don't know if this is gonna fit or not, but we're gonna try and stick it in here. All right, so unfortunately my camera died, as you can very clearly see. So we're gonna be finishing this off camera because that thing takes an eternity to charge, and I just straight up don't feel like waiting for it to charge. Mainly because I dropped the battery in here. Literally, the second I was about to drop the battery in is when it fell, or when it died. So without further ado, let's get this thing hooked up. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, there we go. Wait, let me make sure. Is this positive? Okay, you can see that is the positive side and that is the positive terminal. And time to go. Ooh, before we do that, because the alarm's gonna try to go off if this door is open and unlocked. So we'll close it and lock it back. Cool, everything's locked. All right, so we got power. Let's see if the key works. Doesn't seem like it. I don't think that trick worked, unfortunately. That battery is fully charged. It was sitting on the trickle charger for like a day, so. I think this seat needs new motors. All right. I don't know what that sound is. So cool. Cool. This is where we sit. All right, so as soon as we get the coding tool, we'll pick up this video back on the regular camera. Oh, wow, I actually fit in this thing quite nice. It doesn't smell terrible in here anymore. That's actually kind of cool. Oh my God, I cannot move my legs. I don't know. It'll be fun though. Definitely be fun. All right, that's enough playing with the car. I'll see you tomorrow. So after doing all that, I'm still presently waiting on the correct tool to do this. However, I had a bit of an idea. Since I have the learning code now, I wanted to try and maybe use a diagnostic tool. So we're gonna try and use this to actually code the car. And it comes with the whole control unit and everything, or the interface, and then this tablet here. And if that doesn't work, I will say I do have a backup plan, which will be very interesting because I'm curious to see if the Porsche programs will work with that interface there. So this is the backup plan. So the very first thing is going to be the oil itself. Now I did check this whenever I bought the car. And as you can see, there is in fact oil in the car, but I do want to check the oil level, which is a bit of a different story. Even though the car hasn't started, so it's not going to be accurate, I'm pretty sure all the oil in the engine has drained back into the oil pan at this point. Yeah, we're way past full, so it's all drained back. But that doesn't matter. What matters now is that I can get down to the crank pulley, which is down in there, and actually try and turn this over by hand. I wonder, can I reach under? Probably not, from the bottom. Nope. So we're gonna have to pull the airbox out. There you go. That is surprisingly simple. All right, so the 24 is working. Let's see if we can get this thing. Oh, it's not seized. Oh my God, this is the first time this thing has moved in over a decade. Oh my God, it sounds terrible. Okay, but we know it moves at the very least. So it's not seized up. Cool. So we got oil, we got a free spinning engine. I'm not going in a full rotation because I'll be here all day. At the very most, we're just going to get it started, and just for a little bit. And there's two reasons why. All right, so reason number one, there is net absolute zero brake fluid in here. Like it's empty. So either during the accident there was something that went on with the brakes and one of the lines got cut or something, but there's legitimately nothing in there. I don't think you can really see it, but see if I shake it, it doesn't move. And also the fact that it came with a second radiator, so I know one of these radiators are damaged. Which one? I don't know. So not only is there no brake fluid, there's no coolant. So if we do get it running, we're only gonna have it running for like 20 or 30 seconds tops, because it's just not a good idea otherwise. The belt, surprisingly, is not falling apart, and it has lasted all these years with all that tension. So now we know the engine's free spinning, we got oil, not necessarily good oil. Thing we need to check now, actually, see, do we have any gas? We got a little bit of gas, it moved. Just a little bit. So maybe just enough to get it started. I will put like a gallon or two in here, so let's go ahead and do that. Literally snowing. There you go. That should be enough just to get us running. Now in this whole process, I tried about 2 or 3 different diagnostic tools, all to pretty much no avail. And it's mainly because the 996s did not have a universal coding ability. I don't know exactly what the issue is, but the only way for us to actually code this key was with the Porsche's PWIS, or as I call it, PWIS, controller diagnostic tool. And honestly, just save yourself a lot of time if this is something that you ever have to do, or even if it's something that you don't have to do and just want a tool that will be able to diagnose pretty much anything going on with your 996. Go ahead and grab a PWIS controller, because that's going to be your best bet here. All right guys, so I may have messed up just a little bit. I tried another option, which was this guy here. This thing's about 150 bucks. It has the Volkswagen Otis firmware or license for the firmware with it when you buy it. However, the Porsche license is about 400 bucks by itself, and it doesn't actually quote that it functions with the 996s or anything pre-2005. So I contacted the people and I asked them like, hey, does this stuff work? And they're like, let me check for you. 1 day later, still no response. I asked them again, I was like, hey, I'm guessing this means a no, because I was basically left on red. And they were like, yeah, I don't know. It's too old, probably not. I'm like, okay, well, I don't want to waste 400 bucks on a probably. So what I did instead was I wasted 400 bucks on a most definitely. We have the PWIS tester 2 here, or PWIS 2 tester. I don't know why it says PWIS tester 2. We have the PWIS 2 set up here on the computer. We have the VCI doohickey guy here to help configure it. We're going to go ahead out to the car, get this stuff plugged in. I don't know if I'm going to be programming the key right now. It's kind of late, and I don't want to drag out the battery tender and run the extension cord and everything to get it set up. But I mean, if I can do it with the battery voltage as it is, it's still at about 13 volts, so it should be able to function just fine. This computer definitely runs everything much quicker because this is my on-the-road editing computer. Go ahead, get out to the car, and see if it works. All right, so we're out at the car. We got this thing hooked up. We have the plug here, which we're going to plug into this guy up here. I will say that plugged in a lot easier than any of the other ones have. It should have a power light on it now. Yep, it has a power light. Cool. So now I have the 8 amp battery tender hooked up to the battery up front. I undid everything because I will try to start it after. We already know that the engine's free, but that's if we can get this thing coated. Let's go ahead. Hate the way this thing works. I hate the way this thing works. Yeah, it's not connected. All right, there. After that, there it goes. Okay, that was the sound we wanted. All right, F8 to reconnect. And you see, oh, well, it's not gonna show anything because the battery's not, it's not connected. All right, there you go. Now you can see battery symbol is regular, not all messed up. So we're gonna go ahead, go into, see, 12 volts. And it is an 8 amp one, so it's more than enough power. Now we're going to go to coding adaptations. After you put on the learning code, say remote control, and it should load up the next screen asking for the, I think it's an 18-digit code. Gonna hit teach. So now that I hit teach, it's asking for the 24-character code, which we're gonna put in here. After I put that in, I'll get right back to you guys. All right, we'll put the remote control code in. It's asking if we want to, actually, oh, it's already in there. Okay, should be good. Here was delete fault memory entries. Yes. All right. And now we should be able to turn this off. Turn it back on. I'm curious to know if this will work now. This key's probably not working. We'll see. Curious to know. I'm gonna put my foot on the clutch just in case this thing actually decides it wants to start. Nope, no start. Woo! Oh shit, we're starting. We're starting. All right, let's go ahead and get this unconnected. I don't know what the hell that sound was for, but see if we can start the car. Fuel's really old, so let's go ahead. Can you reconnect it? Oh, you did? Fresh fuel in there. I have fresh fuel in there. The tank was basically empty, so. Yeah. Yep. All right, so we might not be getting it started here, but the key works. We're sitting at 69% on the jumper pack, by the way. Yeah, okay. I don't think we're starting, which I mean is completely and totally fine. All right.
Well, you gotta just, there's certain way. Can you find fuel injectors?
No, fuel injectors are prime when the fuel pump turns on. Speaking of which, hold on. We're gonna listen for a fuel pump to turn on. I don't hear a fuel pump turning on. We might not be getting fuel. Yeah, I don't think we're getting fuel. I don't think we're getting fuel at all. Everything back here is spinning. I think, maybe. I don't know.
You're gonna have to just disconnect the line and do that and see if the gas comes off the line.
No, I can't do that.
Why?
Because that requires me to get out of the car.
Oh. Okay.
The engine is legit
Well, I
down
mean,
here.
can't do it now. I meant, do it later.
But no. Actually, I don't know where the fuel rail is. I'd assume it's on top of the heads. Yeah, there it is. And there's the two fuel lines that go back. Fuel rail. Feed and return. I'm assuming the same thing on this side. Yep, there's those two.
Possibly you would have to just replace a new fuel filter on there too, as well.
Everything's probably all types of deteriorated.
So,
Well, it's warm down in here, and I'm assuming that's from the starter. So, yep. Well, we know it turns over, which, I mean, we already technically knew. Starter works. I guess the things we need to check. We need to check that fuel pump, because the fact that this isn't making a noise whenever that's turning on is concerning. So I might check the fuses here to see if that fuel pump is running off of one of these fuses. It might be blown or not. I'm not entirely sure. But I need to check the fuses and also the fuel pump relay. And after I check those, if it's still not starting, I don't know. We'll see.